I am Mr. Flitch, and this is going to be my playthrough of Resident Evil Revelations. Well, obviously I'm at the title screen right here. Some background. I am a huge fan of Resident Evil. I've played one original, I've played one remake. I've not played the original, but I don't need to because the remake makes the original redundant. I've played 2 original and reimagining, 3 original and reimagining. I've played Code Veronica and Zero, although I should note that I haven't beaten, I never beat either one of those ones, for different reasons on each of their own rights. I've played Outbreak 1 and File 2, although I haven't completed all the scenarios for those ones. One that I remember that I did complete was the police station in File 2. 2 that I know I didn't complete was the hospital scenario and the zoo scenario, whichever game those ones were in, I forget at this point. I also played 4, 5, I played 5 probably somewhere between, I don't know, 50 and 100 times. Like a lot. I've played 6, every single one of the campaigns, a handful of times each. And then I also played 7. I've played through that one once as well. So really the only ones I haven't done is these ones, the Revelations games, Revelations 1 and 2. That's about it. And I've been looking forward to playing these ones for a while. Of course, Revelations starting now. I was originally going to do Revelations 2 first, because I was originally going to do a co-op playthrough with Max, because it's a co-op game. Well, at least so we thought. It's co-op, but only single players? That makes no sense. You play as 2 characters. Me and him both assumed that you could play it online, like 5 or 6. Turns out you can't. You can only do it by yourself. Which I will be doing Revelations 2 as well, but since I can't do it with Max, I'll just do this one first, because that just makes the more sense to me. Even though, as far as my knowledge goes, Revelations 1 and 2 don't have any... They're both standalone stories, but I'd rather still do Revelations 1 first just because it came out first. Plus, it has my... I'll get that in a minute. Here's some of my expectations for this game, since I've gotten some of my history with this franchise out of the way. By the way, I'm only a fan of the video game franchise, not the movie franchise. The first movie with Michelle Rodriguez was halfway decent. The rest of them can all go suck a dick. Now, granted, some of the Resident Evil games... 4, 5, 6 weren't very good either. They were kind of losers as well, but I mean, there have been far more winners, like the original ones, and actually really the older ones, the newer ones. The middle ones aren't very good. 4 is a fantastic game, but it's a bad Resident Evil game, and then 5 and 6 are good co-op games, but the bad Resident Evil games. Now, something I hope for... Here's how I think this game is going. So here's what I know about this game, because I know very little about it. I know that my girl Jill Valentine comes back, which makes me happy, because the last game I did was 3 Reimagining, which had Jill Valentine in it. Although, Jill Valentine with face model Sasha Zatova, I think is her name now. Which, what the fuck, Capcom? Her face model has been Julia Voth since 2002, and this game retains Julia Voth, so I'm going to be happy about that. I'm going to be able to play with Julia Voth as Jill Valentine. It only upsets me because after you've had a face model for a character for 18 fucking years, some people don't like it. I'm more of a purist kind of person, so I like it to kind of stay the way it's supposed to be, which is why it bothered me so much when they changed Allison Court from Claire's voice actor, because she's been her voice actor for every game but 2. Although it doesn't bother me for Jill Valentine's voice actor, because she's had a different voice in every single fucking game she's been in, she's had a different voice. But Jill Valentine's in it. I don't know who else is in it other than that. I know it takes place on the ship in the ocean, which, I mean, of course it takes place in the ocean if it's on the ship. As far as I know, the newer ones don't have any zombies. So I'm going to assume this game does not either, because I think this game, I don't know where it takes place in the timeline canonically, but I think it was released between 5 and 6. I could be wrong about that. So I'm going to assume it doesn't have zombies as enemies. So I'm going to assume that's probably going to bring back some creatures. Probably not the Licker, but maybe, I don't know, the Hunter or something. I don't know. But I'm going to assume that the main enemies, the common ones, are going to be some sort of new creature, kind of like how 7 had them molded as their new creature rather than actual zombies, and then the Baker family is the bosses. I feel like it'll be something like that again, except of course not the Baker family. Gameplay-wise, I have some predictions. I think that this game will fall in line somewhere between Resident Evil 4 and the older games, where sometimes it'll inundate you with enemies, and other times it will bring back more of a horror aspect. I hope there's puzzle solving. I hope... Well, no, I almost guarantee you there's not going to be a musical atmosphere. The newer game, ever since they changed from the fixed camera angle era, this franchise stopped doing musical atmosphere. Like two and 3, especially 2, they're reimagining for 2. The layout of the RPD was fantastically done, but like none of the original atmosphere was kept. The original soundtrack swap helped out a little bit, but it still wasn't much of a saving grace, but it was better than nothing. So I'm not counting on the music being for shit, except for maybe a save room. I hope this game retains save rooms. I hope it has its own save room theme. I hope it brings back item boxes and typewriters. I am not counting on it bringing back ink ribbons, because with the exception of 2 reimagining on hardcore mode, they got rid of ink ribbons back in their fixed camera angle days. Even 3 reimagining didn't bring them back, which really bothers me. But yeah, that's what I'm saying though. I'm expecting something between 4 and the older games with a more modern gameplay approach. So I hope I get that. We'll see. That's my predictions. I know the setting of this game. I have no idea what the story is, like straight up. So it's gonna be interesting to me because I'm playing a Resident Evil game that I've never played before, never experienced. Was with my girl Jill Valentine, with Julie Voth, and that makes me happy. And I hope I get a decent partner. Well, I won't get a partner, but I hope there's a decent... Because Resident Evil games always have a primary and secondary protagonist, and they're usually one man, one woman. Billy Cohen, Rebecca Chambers, Chris, Jill, Leon, Claire, Steve, and Chris. Well, that's kind of... Well, I guess Chris is kind of a tertiary one in that regard. But you see my point, though. So I don't know who the secondary protagonist is going to be, but... I don't know. I don't know who the fuck it'd be. Anyway. Oh. Let's get started with this. Yeah, I know. You've been talking about saving shit for the past however long. Bonuses. Campaign such rate. Oh, level 1. Oh, yeah. So, this game is already bringing back a mechanic, it seems, from Resident Evil 4 with the leveling system. Resident Evil 4 was the first game to allow you to upgrade your weapons. Okay, that's not true. It was the first one to allow you to upgrade weapons through in-game money picked up from enemies and shit. With the older games, you could upgrade items, but you had to upgrade them by unlocking, like, secret drawers and whatnot with, like, lock picks or small keys, and then you could sit there and pick up, I don't know, like a shotgun stock for Leon, for instance, like in Resident Evil 2. Like, you could pick up like a shotgun stock and then combine the shit, and that would be your upgrade. But it wasn't like this level 1, 2, 3, 4 shit, so... Oh, another one. Parker. Okay, I don't know who the fuck Parker is, but apparently Parker is a secondary protagonist. That's my assumption. Or maybe not, because now there's Jessica. Unless it's a tertiary protagonist, which I doubt there is. At this point, I feel like Parker and Jessica are just some random motherfuckers. Unless this is like one of the only Resident Evil games to have more than 2 protagonists. Resident Evil .net, web... I don't give 2 fucks. For using... No, I don't care. I honestly don't. Alright. Oh, I'm willing to bet those silhouettes are the main enemy common creatures. Oh, that are no, they wouldn't be bosses. They wouldn't show a boss in the main menu. Unless it was like some... Well, then again, in Resident Evil 2 they do. In the original Resident Evil 2, they show William Birkin's eye in the main menu. But that was subtle, though. That was a subtle thing, and you wouldn't really know it was the main boss until you played the game. These guys are pretty obvious, so I think these guys are some common enemies in the game that replace the... Whatchamacallit. Shooter 1. What does Shooter 1 imply? I don't know what that implies. What? Swing controls. Invert y-axis. Actually, I'm gonna keep that as invert y-axis. Oh, you can do detail? Oh shit, hold up. I just saw that details. Yeah, I want goddamn details. Oh, game, why are you making me do extra steps for the details? Walk, run, rotate, strafe. Oh shit, this is gonna put like 4, isn't it? Well, then again, I predicted that, but... Quick turn, use herb. Oh, I don't like that. Ready weapon. Reload. Reloading is fine. Sub weapon. Oh, here we go. Not Shooter 2. Classic. Rotate. Classic is like Resident Evil 4's design. Like I said, Resident Evil 4 is a good game on its own merits. If I don't count Resident Evil 4 as a Resident Evil game, it's a fantastic game on its own merits. My only big criticism of it is its fucking control scheme. It's so fucking weird. Where are my subtitles? Already on Crosshair. Oh. 3 colors, huh? Well, I don't know what I'm gonna do red, because red has a tendency to kind of disappear in the background whenever you're looking at blood, which I imagine this game's probably gonna have a lot of. So I'm probably gonna go with blue or green, not that it really matters. I'll go blue. I'll just stick with blue. Yes, yes, yes. Match display. Yeah, why not? Display settings, brightness. No, I'm good. I'm just checking everything. It's all good. Not language. And by language, it means English, not like fuck. Alright. If I say language, it probably mean like fuck, but... Alright. Into the... Oh, is this game divided by episodes? Wait, so was this the thing, like, let's say like Telltale or like Life is Strange, where they released one episode like months after the next? Because that's a really weird format for a Resident Evil game. That also makes me question, because I downloaded this game, that also makes me question, do I have to download the other episodes separately? I need to figure that out. I need to figure out if I need to download the other episodes separately, because if I do, then after episode 1, I'm fucked until I do that. Let's go start. Yes, new game. I don't have any save data on this shit. Infernal. Nah. I'll do normal.
Hey, Jill.
Incredible.
The Queen Zenobia. This thing is lucky to be afloat.
Take us around. Let's find a boarding point. It's been 94 minutes since Chris and Jessica dropped off the radar.
But the interpolation from their last known coordinates puts them...
Right here on this ship.
Nice. Yeah, this is a Resident Evil. Oh, that's weird. Okay, I'm gonna have to get used to these movements immediately. You know, that scene where they're rappelling up or ziplining up these zip lines, reminds me of Tomb Raider 2013. And in fact, one thing I would even do is I would probably show it, but I'm not going to because I don't like inserting gameplay footage into one game series. It's a completely different game series. Oh, is there no run? What the? Yeah, I'm okay. Oh, can I see my girl Julia Voth? No? Oh, god damn it. At least the cutscenes had her. You know, as far as voice actors go, not gonna lie, my favorite voice actor, if I had to choose one for Jill, would either be 3 original or 3 reimagined. I like both of them.
I might be able to shoot it off.
Actually, her current voice actor sounds familiar. Yeah, can I see the fuck? There we go. Oh, this is definitely in the 4 or 5 era of games.
Stench.
It's been abandoned for a while.
One thing I don't like immediately with the controls is that you automatically jog. I don't like that. Or at least if you do automatically jog, I wish it let you kind of like run. At least she opens up the doors fast.
No signs of life. But I feel like something's here.
Alright. So, Mr. Parker here is, in fact, my buddy with me, at least in the beginning. I'm not used to that in a Resident Evil game.
Hey.
Oh, shit.
I don't think we're alone.
We're not alone. It looks like a derelict, but it's clearly not. Oh, that's some... Oh, never mind. Okay. I thought I pulled some bullshit first. I'm going to assume I'm going to lose Parker soon, so let's do that as quick as possible, just so that happens. Oh, shit. Oh, god damn it, there's auto-saving, which means there's probably... I mean... I say god damn it because that destroys my hopes and dreams of there being the typewriter. Well, shit.
There's blood coming from the ducts.
That's not disturbing. You know, this map... hang on, let me, This game has... why can't there just be a button for the map? I just don't like the map being right there. I know that all I've been doing is complaining about the gameplay, but... Let's go back to that elevator real quick. I like it in these games when all there is a button and you can get to the map.
No power, which means no elevator for us.
Didn't think so, I just wanted to make sure. I recognize her from somewhere. I'm gonna look up Jill and just see who her person is for this game. Because I'm curious. Jesus!
It's shorted out.
Tell you what, I'm one of the few people who actually prefers the fixed camera angle of this shit. Meaning just of Resident Evil games in general. I know! There we go. There's a lot of people who really don't like fixed camera angles. Just for some reason, they really don't like them. And there are a lot of people who really don't like tank controls. Even though they're easy as hell to use. But I prefer it first. I prefer fixed camera angles and tank controls.
Ugh, the face is smashed in completely.
For horror games like Resident Evil. Hold up. Yeah, I'll admit I just looked it up because her voice just sounds so familiar to me, and it's Michelle Ruff, which I didn't know who she was before.
Take a look at these.
I know, asshole, which I didn't know before, but Michelle Ruff is the voice of I'm gonna get a little nerdy right here, but she's the voice of Ruki Akuchi in an anime called Bleach, and I've seen that show. So that's how come I was like, what is that voice? It was that.
Parker, give me a hand here.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I know, right? I play video games, I've seen anime. Holy shit.
I got something. I think it's a gun.
Now what?
Give me a sec.
So, it's not Chris.
Took long enough, fuck. God, this guy's a bullet sponge. You have any weakness? Do you have any weak points there, buddy? Jesus.
This explains our missing crew.
This is not good. Where are you, Chris?
This sunny and idyllic Mediterranean coast was the site of one of the world's greatest structures. It took a full 11 years to finish constructing the world's first aquapolis, the floating city of Terra Grigia. A sustainable metropolis operating on a massive solar energy matrix and equipped with the latest green technologies. Never before had solar energy been used to supply power to an entire city. But in 2004, Veltro, a terrorist group opposing the city's development, launched a bioterrorist attack. They not only released a virus, but also several creatures, known as bioorganic weapons, further complicating the situation. This launched one of the worst tragedies the world has ever seen. The FBC, the world's leading counter-bioterror organization operating under the auspices of the US, was called in to direct efforts to contain the attack. The BSAA, a counter-bioterror NGO, which operates independently of the interests of any one country, went in as observers to assist the FBC. Realizing the need for immediate and decisive action, Supreme Local Headquarters issued the order to use the city's solar energy matrix on itself. Media outlets around the world began to refer to the incident as the Terra Grigia Panic. Following the incident, the FBC announced it has successfully disbanded the terrorist group called Veltro. It is now 2005, and a sense of calm and security is finally returning to the people. But, as you can see, the lost city of Terra Grigia remains inaccessible, a silent and potent symbol of the threat that bioterror poses for people around the world.
Ah, there you two are.
O'Brien, you don't normally join the fray.
Well, my doctor told me I need exercise. I assume you both know that the FBC has cordoned off the entire area. However, in the past few weeks, a number of mysterious carcasses have washed up.
I guess the FBC couldn't cover up a mess this big, huh?
Anyone who knows what happened here is gonna put two and two together.
And that's why I've sent the BSAA in to investigate. Did you pick up your new equipment from Quint?
The, Genesis or something. Is that its name?
You didn't bother to read the manual, did you?
No, I brought it with me, just in case.
I hope you read quickly, because you're gonna need it on your mission.
Yeah, I'm on it.
I knew it was gonna give it to me now. Two things about that cutscene. One, who the fuck names a goddamn city Terra Grigia? What the fuck? Then again, I've come up with pretty ridiculous names myself, which I'm not gonna mention. But Terra Grigia? Also, why would you call that the Terra Grigia Panic? Bro, that sounds like an economic collapse, not a destroyed city. What the fuck? In case you're unaware, like nowadays they're called, recessions and stuff like that, or in a massive case of depression. Back in the day, like centuries ago, they weren't called recessions; they were called panics. Like if someone told me, if that was a real incident, Terra Grigia Panic, I wouldn't think that the city got overrun by monsters, and then even if this kind of shit was real, like in real life, like monsters, I wouldn't think it got overrun by monsters and destroyed because of it. I would think that there was some kind of huge financial crisis that took a few years to resolve. That's what I would think. So I just think it's funny. Also, other cutscene, dude. Okay, if you've ever seen. I've never played the original Resident Evil 1, like I said, but I have seen the cutscenes because it's so funny. If you've never seen the cutscenes, watch the live action cutscenes of Resident Evil 1. They're so awesome. Watch the uncut one too. There's two versions. There's the censored and uncut, which both of them make almost no sense, but the uncut one is obviously better. Now, if you watch the uncut version, you will know that cutscene just now, with her picking up the arm and the eyeball vision and the dude getting up, that was all just a straight up an homage to Resident Evil 1 original live action uncut cutscene. I just think it's funny. Also, aside from that, and yeah, like I said earlier, I play video games and I've seen some anime. Here's the thing, I'm not like an anime nerd, but I've seen some anime. Bleach is one of them. I mean, they're just fucking cartoons. And so like some people, so I got, and so I know it comes to that territory. What comes to that territory is labels like, you're a virgin nerd. Well, you got the half right. I'm not a virgin, but I am a nerd. But I don't mind being a nerd. You wanna know why? Because I've met some fine ass fucking women. One who was fucking Hispanic and who, oh my god, and she was also a nerd. So, shit, that ain't a bad thing. Let's go on with this though. I gotta say though, I don't like. I get Julia Voff back as a face model, but now I don't like her voice actor, dude. Just because like, every time she speaks, I just hear Rukia. Every time. Shit. Like every time she talks, I'm just going to imagine her berating Ichigo on some bullshit. Anyway, version Genesis, the nickname of a high-level bioscanner currently being tested and developed by the Global Pharmaceutical Consortium. It bounces special synchrotron radiation off a target in order to analyze it. Okay, so you scan shit with it and it tells you what it is. Gotcha. Viral analysis. It is possible to detect and analyze even the smallest amount of viruses. Okay. Vaccine manufacturing. Since that version, it has been possible to produce simple vaccines from the viral analysis data. So I hope that this is going to be, sounds to me like the Genesis is going to be a central gadget in solving potential puzzles this game has to put you, which I'm fine with. I don't mind like a single gadget being like how you do a lot of shit. Let's see. I mean, there are movies that do it too. Tomorrow Never Dies does that. There's one gadget that does like everything. Detection. Using synchrotron radiation, it is possible to detect specific objects. They did it for bullets. Oh, not bullets, rounds. And yes, there's a difference. A bullet is like the actual part that gets shot out, whereas the round involves the casing and the gunpowder, the whole 9 yards. So data for rounds. If you're finding a bullet out in the environment, then who cares? Because it's a bullet. You can't use it anymore. Rounds. And yes, I am very picky on the nomenclature because I have knowledge of guns in real life, and I've shot many guns in real life, including the M9 and the M4 and the M16 and the M249 and the M240 Bravo, and among other things. And just simple nomenclature mistakes like confusing a bullet for a round bother me. It's not that big of a deal, but I don't know, it just irks me. Anyway, medicinal herbs, etc. Unless you're like, unless you're like Lara Croft, where she would go, medicinal herbs, are registered within the internal memory for testing. It is a detectable object nearby. The lower right area of the monitor will light up. Okay. If a detectable object nearby, the indicator in the lower right area of the monitor will light up. I'm going to assume the monitor is that thing. Okay. So I'm going to assume that objects don't just light up anymore. Also, I'm not going to lie, I didn't expect it, even though it was an abrupt beginning, I didn't expect this game to start out in medias res.
Ah, look at this mess. Oh, they're rotted to hell.
What's rotted to hell? I don't even know what that is.
Skin so pale. I've never seen anything like it.
What is it, hollow?
Get a reading on it.
You know what, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be making some Bleach references here and there. Blame the voice actress, not me.
The Genesis requires a decent sample size to get an accurate reading. Scan the carcasses on the beach and send me your data.
Sure. Ooh, a crow.
Have a look at this.
Yeah.
I'm getting something from inside it.
Careful now.
Don't worry, I've done this before.
Ugh, that's so gross.
I've got something.
Ugh.
What is this?
If it's an engineered mutation, this could prove a link.
I'll run some tests on this. Continue with the investigation.
Ah, he's BSAA. They're main players in RE5 and 6. Where's my inventory? Okay, well, I don't know how to access. Oh, shit!
Careful, you two. God only knows what strain of virus.
What the fuck is that?
I kinda figured that. Don't worry, we're on it.
So those things are just dead. Oh, God. And Jill, you stuck your hands in one of those things. Ugh. Okay, why is if every enemy is just bullet spongy, I'm gonna have an issue here. Unless they give you shitloads of ammo.
City, this must be a cakewalk.
I suppose. So why'd you quit the FBC for this outfit?
I wanted to be more involved. I wanted to fight.
I see you two are okay. Continue with the investigation, but proceed with extreme caution.
Yeah. God. Green herb. I don't know how to access the motherfucking inventory though. I mean, or does this game just not have an inventory screen? It might not. I'm kind of afraid to get near him now. I feel like he's gonna wake up. Can I do this from afar? Ay! Fuck me in the ass.
That smell must have ruptured from gas.
Christ, what a mess.
Yeah. I feel justified now, and definitely in not wanting to get near that fucking thing.
We need more samples to run an analysis. Give me a few more.
What the fuck do you think I'm in the middle of doing? Oh, here's another one. Wait. Okay, this thing, I just gotta say, this Genesis is kind of inefficient, though. Like, oh, hang on. It's kind of inefficient if you need, like, 10, like, 15 samples of something to sit there and figure out what's going on with it. Yeah, I almost feel like this shouldn't even be a feature of the Genesis, and they should just let the labs take care of it. Sub-weapon controls. Use weapon with R1. Use weapon while aiming with L2 R1. Switch weapons with that. Only carry 2 more time. Alright, so R1 is that. Triangle is to use an herb. Don't fuck with me, please! Ah, there we go. Looks like there's one more. Cool. And I'm willing to bet I see you on the map. This particular landscape reminds me of Resident Evil 5. I know that, you motherfucker. You'll have to keep reminding me of the same shit. Excellent. Getting your analyze rate up to 100% will earn you a health recovery item. The rate you receive will go down... What? I just analyzed like 10 of the same kind. What do you think I'm doing? I don't like this guy. Anyone who feels the need to tell you every 2 minutes to reiterate the same shit that you're already doing bothers me. Oh my god. Move them. Oh, so you don't see this big fucker right in front of your goddamn face. Are you ignoring Parker? So bullet spongy.
Some peace and quiet.
All in a day's work for you two, eh? All right, enough chit-chat. Get that sample data to me.
Dude, couldn't I just, like... not email. Send it to you, like, on the device? I imagine that should be part of the functionality of a Genesis.
There you are. Nice work.
No doubt about it. These corpses show signs of viral infection.
And I bet it's no coincidence they came through the FBC's blockade.
Well, we did all we can. Now, we wait for the results to come back from HQ. Huh? It's the emergency line. Yeah, it's me. Uh-huh. What? Yes, that's fine. I'll take it from here. We'll have to speed things up. Starting now. Uh-huh. Good. Get to it. Jill, Parker, you two are still on the case.
What happened?
We lost contact with Chris and Jessica.
When? How?
We're not certain. I've sent their last known coordinates to your terminals.
The signal was lost over the ocean. I thought they were in the mountains chasing Feltro. But judging from their position, they must be...
On a ship. I'll go back to HQ, take charge of the search and rescue. You two will be my eyes out there.
Yes, sir.
So if they already knew they were going to be on a ship, then why were they surprised it was going to be on a ship when they landed on the ship? Well, I didn't realize that this game actually stopped everything after each episode. So this is kind of like the Evil Within with its chapter system then. So what I think I might do is, unless a single episode is too long, I might just dedicate each episode to a single video. I might just do that. I will do that at least for this episode. So that'll be this one. So as far as the Genesis goes, I feel like you actually don't have to sit there and analyze shitloads of shit like that, like 10 things for one thing. I feel like that was done on the beach in order to give you a sense of how it works. Although it shouldn't take like scanning 10 of those fuckers to sit there and show you how it works to scan those fuckers. But whatever. And then I also feel like it's gonna be a thing for some potential puzzles. But aside from that, though, I don't really see that'll be much use. I mean, not the Genesis itself, but like having to scan like 10 enemies for the same thing. Anyway, this has been episode 2, I suppose. Or 1.